Hello!
Hello, Anna. How are you?
Good, good. How are you guys? Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday to you also.
And did you do anything in terms of the Women's March, or you have anything you want to add to that? You are a professional woman. They're marching for equal pay, equal rights. As a professional woman, you have anything you want to add to that?
Well, as a professional woman in the media industry, I'm all about equal rights, equal pay, fair treatment, because, you know, being in this industry as females, it's very difficult. We always have to prove ourselves every day. And I'm a little upset that Miami didn't do anything for Women's March.
There was no march in Miami for it.
No.
What's up with Miami with that?
I don't know. What's up with Miami? That's what we need to find out.
Wow. All right. So let's go to our Facebook page, our immigration questions, and let's try to knock them out as fast as we can.
Yeah.
All right. Trey Wilson, good morning. How long does it take to process a VAWA application altogether?
A VAWA application. So if you're doing the I-360, that's a Violence Against Women's Act. If you're doing an I-360 and an adjustment, it takes approximately 18 to 20 months.
Drummer Dang, can a church file for someone who came here on a visiting visa?
They can, but they better, what is the church doing? Is it a R1 visa, which is a religious worker, a non-immigrant work visa? For a religious worker, you can certainly change status. If they've overstayed their tourist visa, then you're talking about going straight for a green card. But then the next question becomes, can they adjust their status here? Do they have a provisional waiver? So the answer is yes, a church can. We need to know a hell of a lot more before we say what we're going to do for them. There's lots of different ways to go about it.
1-800-529-5465, they should call.
Barra Millwood, what if you're on vacation and you don't have your driver's license, but you're not there legally? You just got there.
If you are on vacation and you don't have a driver's license and you're not there legally, why are you illegal on a vacation somewhere? You ran across the border to take a vacation?
No, they're there. They're not there illegally, so they're there illegally.
Oh, so what about it? So what's the question?
I'm assuming it refers back to the ICE conversation.
You just tell the ICE officer, I'm a legal resident. I'm a green card holder. I don't have it on me. Go check me in the computer. And then they'll say, how did you get the green card? And then you go explain, and you sound credible, and they'll say, all right, we'll let you go.
Smith Cat wants to know, is it legal in the U.S. for ICE to hop on a bus and ask for your papers?
Within 100 miles of a border, it is.
Alyssa Richardson, hey guys, I have a question.
And by the way, if they can prove that this is under the new Trump administration, if they can prove that you entered the country without inspection and you've been in the United States for less than 2 years, you don't even have the right to see an immigration judge. Remember, we did that 100-mile border thing. People got to remember that. So if you came on a visa, you were inspected, or you've been here longer than 2 years, then you get to see a judge, and then I can help. But if you've been here less than 2 years and you entered without inspection, they're just sending you home without even the right to see a judge.
If it's less than 2 years.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Wow.
Asset Lindo, what if you have an ID that was issued in New York? Also, the person got married, then I don't really understand this question.
Just read it exactly as it is, and we'll put it in our Facebook translator.
Annulled within 3 to 6 months. Do you consider that a marriage?
Do I consider getting married a marriage? If there's a marriage certificate, that is a marriage. What else? Read the question again.
What if you have an ID like that which New York issues? Also, if a person got married then annulled within 3 to 6 months, do you consider that a marriage?
It is a marriage. He's asking if you get married in less than 3 months, is it a marriage? Yeah, anytime it's a marriage whenever you have a marriage certificate. But if you're getting married in less than 3 months of your entry into the United States, you are going to have a problem at your interview. And then there was another part of that question is, can you get married with a New York State identification? The answer is yes. That's what Facebook translator said.
Lawrence Taylor, I lost my green card. How long does it take to replace it?
Oh, it takes a while, like 8-9 months now these days.
Alyssa Richardson, hey guys, I have a question. My cousin has DACA, but she just got married. How can she get permanent status?
That's a very good question. She has to apply for a green card under the current immigration system, which has been the same for the last 30 years. So she needs to make an appointment to come see us. You know, people say, oh, you can't get a green card under Donald Trump anymore. That's not true, because it's actually the same laws as under first Bush, as under Clinton, as under second Bush, as under Obama. Immigration laws have not drastically changed. They changed a little bit in '96, made it harder in terms of what an aggravated felony is, made it harder to represent people in deportation. But in terms of the process of getting a green card, it's been the same since 1990.
Right. I want to say thanks to all the people who have been sharing. Okay, I notice a lot of people are sharing. I want to say thanks to Zenmar. It was shared to well over 35 pages already. Thanks. So Brad is giving you some credit there by way of me being a proxy.
Thank you, Zenmar.
All right. Anyway, let's go to another question from Anna.
Pearl Blunt, if your husband have bad child support, can it affect down the line?
If you have back child support, can it affect you down the line? It never goes away, child support. So yeah, they're going to chase you for that back child support forever. So the first thing you should do is go to the court where you have the back child support and try to get a reduction if you can't afford to pay it. And number two, it could affect you in terms of sponsoring a relative, because the government's going to say, hey, you can't support your own children here. Why would we allow you to bring in more family members?
Damian Walker, if I file for my citizenship, can I get married to my fiance with my green card? And how long does it take after I get my citizenship for her to get through if we get married in the USA?
The answer is yes, you can get married. B, you should get married. And as soon as you become a citizen, you can file an adjustment for her, and she'll get through in about 9 months.
Yeah, Anna, it seemed like there was a women's march in Miami.
There was a women's march in Miami,
a couple
Anna.
of them.
You missed it, maybe.
Where?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Does it tell you what location, what area?
In Wynwood.
I was in Wynwood yesterday. I was there yesterday.
Northwest 23rd Street.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in Wynwood yesterday.
Oh, you missed it then.
Really,
I guess they didn't publicize it enough, because it wasn't obviously big. You were there and you didn't even see it. So it obviously was not publicized well for Miami, unfortunately.
It was probably a small group that organized and didn't really,
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Mohammed Momin, how can I apply for my cousin's brother to come to the United States?
An I-130 visa petition. Your cousin's brother?
Yes.
You can't file for your cousin's brother. Sorry. I thought it was your brother, and then I heard cousin's brother.
Yeah.
Jackie Lewis, I got married last year. My husband just came to the U.S. 2 years now. I'm here for 1 year. Can he file for me?
Your husband's brother? Who's filing for her?
No, she just got married to her husband.
Oh, yeah, she could. Yeah, if she's married to a U.S. citizen, of course she can file. File the adjustment. File away. Everyone's got to figure out ways to get green cards these days.
Yep.
People hiding their head in the sand like an ostrich.
Sticking their head.
Sticking their head, hiding their head, sticking their head in the sand like an ostrich. Guess who's not being helped? The ostrich. You're an ostrich. Not be an ostrich. Right, Squeeze?
You ever wonder why they stick their head in the sand?
Because they don't want to hear anything.
She's not specifying that he's a citizen. She just said they got married for 2 years now, and if they can start the process.
Yes.
That's pretty much the question.
Yes, whether a resident or citizen, go do it.
Okay. Sean Marcus, hi, I was at your office a couple of weeks ago, spoke with Nicole. I got married in December. I came here in July 2017. I would like to know, when can I file for papers?
Today.
Motion Ali, hi Brad, I have DACA. Can I still renew it?
Yes. At this moment, yes, but we'll see what happens.
Elect Lady P, can you file for citizenship if your green card is lost?
Can you file for citizenship if your green card is lost? Yes.
JJ French, what is a K3 visa?
That's a visa to come to the United States. If you're married, You're married to a U.S. citizen. Your spouse is abroad. You want your spouse to come to the United States to live with you here while she's waiting or he's waiting for the green card. It cuts the waiting time off by a couple of months, but not by a lot.
Opal Reed. Good morning. My friend married a cop and he left her a few months ago. What could she do?
Well, unless there was abuse, you get divorced and find another way to get a green card.
Glacier Rupert. Hey guys, can a U.S. citizen sex offender record wipe away and he's married? Can he file for his wife who needs a green card?
We talked about that. The answer is yes, but you need an Adam Walsh waiver. I have never seen an Adam Walsh waiver approved. Not to say it won't happen, or not to say it's never happened. I'm sure it's happened in the history of America. Just I've never seen it happen. So what I'm saying is, the odds are stacked really against you.
Lawrence Taylor. If I'm on child support.
Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
LT.
LT, number
LT.
56.
LT.
Right. You know who LT is? You're too young for that, and you're
No, I don't.
And you have to be a football fan.
Yeah.
The greatest
LT.
defensive player of all time
Yeah.
on the New York Giants, a linebacker.
LT.
LT, my favorite player. Okay, I do not believe this is Lawrence Taylor, although he lives in Florida.
Hey.
Yes. Okay.
He's asking if he's on child support and paying his child support.
Maybe this is
Can
LT.
he file for,
Okay, yes.
can he file for U.S. citizenship?
Oh, no, LT was a citizen. Okay, this is not
I'm sure he's a citizen, yeah.
LT's a citizen. All right. So the answer is if you're paying child support, sure, you're complying with your obligations. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being ordered to pay child support. That doesn't make you a bad person.
A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people, I've been ordered to pay child support.
We all have
in
been.
a divorce action.
Yeah.
I'm ordered every month to pay child support. I do it.
Yeah.
I'm a good person, not a bad person, because I comply with my requirements
Paying child
to support my
is
children.
actually supporting your kids.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
thing.
to ensure that
it's-
they're getting
it-
go on.
It's when you don't pay it is the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Dennis Pasquale. Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad and Squeeze. I have a question. I'm a J1 visa holder and I teach here in San Diego. Can I change my visa status to a more permanent one without leaving the U.S. for 2 years, in which a requirement for J1, which is the requirement for J1 after you are done with the program? It's already my third year and the school asked the sponsors for my extension for 2 more years. They really need teachers, so they're trying to help me not to have to go home, but they don't have an idea about immigration.
Okay, so they need to start by making an application to waive the 2-year home residence requirement. That's the first thing. And then they got to change you to an H-1B visa, and that H-1B visa process or application is going to have to be filed by April 1st. We're at the end of January. So if you want to do something, you got to do it right now. So it's 2 applications. 1, to get a waiver of the 2-year home residence requirement. 2, to file for an H-1B, which would then give you 6 more years to be here. And then over those 6 years, if they want to process you for a green card, that would be the next step.
Olive McLeod, does the tax return have to go in with the filing for a parent, or is it submitted later?
It goes in at the same time. And hold on there 1 second, Anna. We're not going anywhere yet. I have to say a couple of things. Number one, we're running up to the time of the end of our radio show. We're going to extend beyond. We're going to extend beyond our radio show. So I do want to tell everybody that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome, and that this has been an attorney advertisement, and that's for our people listening on the radio. People listening on the radio, come join us on the Brad and Squeeze Show page on Facebook. We're going to be continuing our show past 10 o'clock. And number 3, for everybody out there, we have to remind everybody that our partner here, and it's not our partner in crime, but it's our partner in helping people, USA Credit Repair. They are always here for you. And the telephone number for USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177. Anna, I'm sure you know people who have credit below 700, who probably can use the help of USA Credit Repair. Perhaps you could let your friends know, if you know that they have bad credit, to call US, right?
That's true.
Right.
USA
I
Credit
will,
Repair is that
Because USA Credit Repair, even though we announce the number all the time, which is 1-800-872-7177. I was told by the president that they get 90% of their business is through word of mouth from happy clients.
That's true.
Who say, you know what, they did a really good job for me, and now my friend has a problem, and my friend calls.
Refer us.
Yes, it's called chain migration for USA Credit Repair. One friend tells another
lack of
friend
a
who
better
tells
phrase,
another
yeah.
friend. And that's how they get most of their business, although we do announce their telephone number. If your credit is below 700, you should be calling them right now at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. They will give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. That if your credit is not up within 90 days, your money is back to you.
Yep.
And that has never
Providing that you follow the protocols.
Right. And that has never happened if everybody follows the protocols.
Yep.
And we hear story after story after story of people calling us on the show. We had this woman call us, like, I think, said something, didn't call, they left a message on Facebook like 7, 8, 9 days ago that in 15 days her credit went up 140 points.
Yeah, we have done that.
Call USA Credit Repair right now, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. If your credit's below 700, then you need USA Credit Repair, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Our proud partner here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. I do want to remind everybody who's listening on WVIP, we're going to be cut off in about 45 seconds. So please take out your phone, go right to the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're going to be continuing the show live on our Brad and Squeeze page on Facebook at Brad and Squeeze. So take out your phone and don't forget to like us, follow us, and also put us default us to the top of your timeline when you like us on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Anna, let's continue.
All right. Carla Harris, if I file for my daughter as a GC holder, green card holder, and will take about 18 months, and it will take about 18 months, and I update to citizen after the I-130 is filed, how long after my update will it take to have her here?
When did she file for her daughter?
She doesn't say the exact date.
Is your daughter under 21?
About 18 months.
Is her daughter under 21 or over 21?
She doesn't specify.
Okay. So if her daughter's under 21 and you upgrade to citizen, then your daughter should be here in another 3 to 6 months if you do everything properly. If you filed for your daughter 18 months ago and she's over 21, she's waiting another 5 years. So much for chain migration, Squeeze.
So much for that.
Yeah. It's the biggest hoax in the entire... All right. Besides, you want to hear some hoaxes in immigration, Anna? Okay. Illegal immigration. Hoax. Fake news. There's nothing illegal about immigration. You're either documented or undocumented. It is not a crime to be an immigrant who's undocumented, but they make everybody out to be a criminal. Fake news.
Yep.
You want to hear another fake news? Chain migration. One person comes in, that means the entire town comes in from where they live. Fake news. It takes 12 years to bring in a child, 20 years to bring in a brother or sister. That's not chain migration. That's generations waiting to come to the United States of America. Also fake news. Just got to make that clear.
Yeah, very clear now.
All right. Let's continue. Oh, you want to hear fake news also?
Yeah.
The wall's going to prevent anyone from coming to the United States. Oh. Actually, the guy in our video said it really well. The wall represents racism because it's not preventing anybody from coming in the United States. It's just representing to say we're building this thing as a monument to say we don't want people of color to come into America or people of dark skin to come into America because it's not stopping anybody.
It's true.
Okay, let's continue.
Pap Nadine, I have a case pending because they're asking for a request evidence, which I sponsored the case I had and was dismissed. They can't find it in the system. So what should she do?
Can you repeat that again, please? That was a lot of jumble.
Yeah,
and it wasn't you. That was the question. So let's do it again.
I have a case pending. They're asking for a request of evidence, which I sponsored the case, and I had it dismissed, and they can't find it in the system.
Okay, so it sounds like to me that she filed an adjustment application, but she needs to be what's called 245I eligible. 245I eligible means that she has to be able to show that she had something previously filed in the system before April 2001 in order to pay a penalty fee to be able to get her green card today. It's a situation where you got to show you had an old case filed and now you have a new case, and because of the old case gets you the interview and the new case gets you a green card. So what she's having problem is they can't find in the system her old case. Number one, she should never have filed anything unless she had the old case in her hand, because you can't rely on immigration to look it up. Number two, it's something called Freedom of Information Act request. You have to request immigration to look it up for you through a different hand of USCIS. So you need to come in to see us. You may have to withdraw that application, request the FOIA, and then refile again. That's probably what's going to happen.
Ariel Rand. Hi, I'm a U.S. citizen. My husband is not. We're living in France. He had a 10-year ban that is over this year. Can he come for a vacation automatically after 10 years, or can the visa be refused?
What is the 10-year ban for?
That's a question she needs to ask.
Was the 10-year ban because he was ordered deported? Then he needs a waiver. If the 10-year ban was just he lived in the United States illegally and overstayed by more than a year and left, then he would need to go to the US Embassy, apply for a visa, show enough ties to France that what he did in the past won't happen again. That he's going to really come for a vacation and go home.
Jarvis Matalone. I got married a few months ago. I went to immigration to do my fingerprints. How long after will I get my work permit?
About 6 to 8 weeks after you fingerprint, if you do everything properly.
Ariel answered your question. He got banned for overstaying in the U.S.
Okay, then he should go to the U.S. Embassy. He needs to apply for a visitor's visa with a lot of evidence that he intends to return back to France. He has a spouse, family, home, and quite frankly, maybe if you're a U.S. citizen, maybe you want to just apply for his green card so he has no problem. I don't know. So I think maybe Ariel should have a interview with us so we can go through all the different options.
Victoria Brown. I got a court case on immigration and did not go. I went home to Jamaica. Can my child that's born in the U.S. file for me?
No, because you were ordered deported in absentia. Okay? As far as the government records are concerned, you didn't show up to your court date, you were ordered deported. So we need to get those records, figure out why you were in deportation, and then see if you are eligible for waivers or not. Your child who was born in America can only get you certain waivers, but not all of them. So before you start wasting your time and energy, have a consultation.
And make sure you call 1-800-529-5465 to book that appointment. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Geppetto Whittingham. I've been in the U.S. over 3 years. I'm a green card holder. Can I file for citizenship before 5 years?
No, unless you're married to a citizen. Is he married to a citizen?
Doesn't.
Yeah, you have to be married to a citizen in a bona fide marriage to file for your citizenship in 3 years. Otherwise, you got to wait to 5. Unless you're in the military, then it's 1. But if you're in the military, you'll become a citizen, but you're not getting paid right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Valerie Foster. Good morning. My sister filed for her daughter, but she passed away. Can I take it from where it is?
Your sister, yes, you need a humanitarian waiver. So there is a process. You just can't just pick it up, but you got to request that you take over the sister's case through a humanitarian waiver.
Someone wants to know, why did you guys close the Bronx office?
Why? Because I can't be in 100 places at the same time, unfortunately.
Smith Cat. I got married. My husband filed for me, but when I went to the interview, we were told my husband revoked his sponsorship. This was in 2011. What can I do?
Well, your husband revoked it. It's still revoked. Are you back with your husband? If not, you got to figure out another way to get a green card.
Smith Cat. How hard is it to get a provisional waiver approved? We have no kids, no disability.
Hard.
Very good.
Hard. Get a good lawyer like myself. Not easy. You're not going to do it on your own.
Olive McLeod. Is it better for a parent to be in the U.S. while the child files for the parent?
If they're in the U.S. and they're here legally and made a legal entry and they're here over 90 days, sure. Depends on what the situation is.
Trey Wilson, if you owe taxes, can you still get your citizenship?
If you're on a payment plan, yes. Otherwise, you should be calling Carmela in our office, who will either have those taxes wiped away if you can't afford to pay them, or get you on a good payment plan. Carmela would even get you on a better payment plan than you would get on. But usually what she does is just literally wipe your taxes away. It's worth a free consultation with her.
Jody Jackson, what if the petitioner doesn't have the last 3 years tax, but only the most recent? Do I need to write a letter stating that she's only been here for 2 years?
Yeah, and it depends on what her taxes are. It's possible that you'll need a second affidavit of support. I'm not sure. Depends on what she's earning. They're going to look at the totality of circumstances.
Alma Foster, I have a daughter. Her father filed for her before she was 18. How long does it take before she can become a citizen?
She has to be a resident for 5 years, unless she's gaining her citizenship through her father. And then at that point, she would have to prove that she came here under 18. She was living with him in his legal and physical custody as a green card holder, and he was a citizen at the time.
Mohammed Mamin, my father applied for my mother to come to the U.S. May 5th, 2017. How long will it take to get her approved?
It's father filing for mother.
Yes.
So it's a husband then. It's about a year.
Chevy Collins, I don't want to stay on my B2 and my papers aren't in. What should I do?
Come see me.
Roseanne, husband sponsored me February 2017. I want to know, how long is it going to take for me to get my green card?
February 2017?
Yes.
Where is she?
She does not say.
If you're in America, it should take about 9 months. If you're outside of America, it'll take a little over a year. If you do it right.
Nicola Jackson, do they give single entry at the embassy anymore? I'm sorry.
Sure.
A lot of questions.
All right. Yeah, we have a couple
People
more.
have questions.
And believe me, they won't
It's
stop.
Monday.
Until
We can just sit here all day.
they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Right, you just sit back and relax. Let me answer the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I
It's
stop
the
sharing?
Monday energy.
What?
Should I stop sharing?
No.
You said relax.
No, just relax. Relax and share. Yes. Go ahead.
Dion Watson, my friend got married to his SS and work permit. He went to his interview. They sent back for some papers. They sent it to the wife, divorced him. What can he do? So he got married, he got divorced. What can he do, basically?
So he got married. The wife divorced him. He has no marriage anymore. So go find another wife that you can fall in love with who won't divorce you.
Well, he already went for his interview.
But the wife divorced him.
Okay.
Unless we're talking about a 2-year green card getting to a 10-year green card, or unless you're talking about abuse. I'm assuming that he has nothing. They filed an adjustment, and when he went for his interview, the wife had already divorced him. That's what I'm assuming. Then there's nothing you can do other than file an abuse case or find another way to get a green card.
Brisha Macy, can a person who was married before her husband filed and went to the interview and was told that the husband revoked the sponsorship? It happened in 2011.
The husband can revoke his sponsorship whenever they want, as long as it's done before you get the green card. After you get the green card, the husband can't do anything.
Ione Russell, my son turns 21, but I got married when he was 19. Will it affect him?
Yes, he won't get a green card through the marriage because the marriage had to occur before 18.
Sonia Robinson, can a resident start filing for his wife who is already out of status before applying for his citizenship?
Yes.
And that is it.
All right. Our longest rapid fire. That was like a war. That wasn't rapid fire. That was like a war there.
I'm convinced they had all these questions during the weekend and couldn't wait for Monday.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Anna. Great job.
Good job, Anna.
We'll see you back at the 12 o'clock hour. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, take care.
All right, Anna Ascona, our social media genie for the day.